What's up, guys? Piper here. Bringing you today, we're doing some Mistweaver Monk action. I actually have two level 85 healers. I've decided that what I'm going to level is the Monk, just because the maneuverability, is that how you say it? I just really want to like move around and have fun like that. Because the Shemi's good, and he has like wolf form and all that kind of stuff. And I actually like on the Shemi how you cast a lot, which sounds weird. Like, I don't actually like insta-cast that much. I like actually having to cast, and it makes you feel like you're doing more. But on the, oh god, this guy's going down immediately. On the, Monk, it just seems like it's a lot more fun, it's a lot more stuff to do, and it's a lot more, I don't know if it's better for PvP or not. I just feel like it would be for some reason. I'm not even sure why. Got a DK 10k, but what I want to talk about in this video is the zombie plan. Everyone asks me these questions. Everyone seems to ask this question like all the time. They ask you like, what's your zombie plan? What happens if there's an apocalypse and then you have to do some shit? What if you have to do some shit? What if a zombie shows up in your house? What if someone turns into a zombie in your home? Look at these orbs. Oh my god, that's another reason why I like them all. These orbs everywhere. It's legit. I need to loot books. Shit. Book. That book's mine. That book is mine. So I thought about it, and I thought like, I'm in a good position where I don't live in a city. Like, I don't live anywhere near a city. I don't live like a large amount of people. Therefore, if there was an apocalypse or there was like zombies somewhere, there wouldn't be many zombies near where I live. Simply because there isn't any people. Like, it's like my neighbors and my, that's about it. My neighbors. And there's not many of them at all. So I think I would be absolutely fine, to be honest with you. What I would do, obviously, I assume there's going to be zombies, like, right? So what I'm going to do is gonna get. I used to, for you, those that don't know, I used to be an apprentice butcher. I hated it. I hated being an apprentice butcher. But because I did that job, I had to buy a bunch of like really sharp knives, including some steak knives. And the steak knife, for some reason, when you're a butcher, is like 7 times. It looks like a machete. It's pretty much a machete, but they call it a steak knife, as it's used for cutting like through huge pieces of meat. And I've used it like twice in my entire life before I quit because I hated it. But I still have those knives. So what I'd probably do is get that big steak knife, and I'd get some form of like something long. I feel like it needs to be something long, something durable. Maybe like a broomstick handle, or I have this like skull stick. I've like I have like it's like a totem pole for some reason. I have like a totem pole with a skull on top of it. I might just cut off the head and stick the fucking knife on the end there, and just use that as a fucking as a fucking a staff or whatever. Like, just start stabbing people, or pole arm, I should say, and just use that as like, that'd be my zombie. That'd be like, that's not the first agenda. Obviously, the first thing to do is lock your fucking house. A lot of people make the mistake of like, oh my god, there's zombies, I'm gonna leave where the fuck I am. You don't want to do that. What the fuck are you doing leaving where the fuck? It's safe where you are. You're in your house, you have food, you have safety, you can lock the doors. I know what the deal is with all these zombie movies where people decide, zombies, therefore I need to run and like get onto the road. That's where the fucking people are, man, and people equal zombies. You don't be doing this shit. You want to stay in your fucking house. You want to like fucking board it all up. Make sure it's super safe, super secure. And once you're 100% sure, like everything is secure, and like as secure as it can be, you want to minimize noise. So stop making noise, turn off everything as you possibly can, because you don't want to attract attention to yourself. You want everyone else out there to be taking the, the damage, not you. You want to stay safe, stay quiet. Secondly, that's when you start making your weapons, you start making your defenses, meaning you probably want to make some pikes, you probably want to make some like pole arms, that sort of thing. That's what I'd start doing nearly immediately. And then once that's done, once all this is done, that is when finally, that's when I start to actually think and like concern myself with then rations and stuff like that. I can probably be fine, like thinking about what I have in my house. I could probably be fine for like a week on like the food that I have. I could probably be fine. But I don't know how long. Like, how long does it take in a typical zombie scenario for just the power to go out? Because if the power goes out, I'm kind of fucked. Because a lot of my stuff requires to be cooked, otherwise it's not unedible. So I'm trying to think of like, what could I do to avoid that? Like, and how much food I have. I still think I'd probably last like a week on rations. But so I'd probably last that a week. I'd probably last maybe 4 or 5 days, because you want whatever's happening out there to happen without you even being a part of it. You want to stay completely secluded. Then, once this has happened, this is when you start raiding. This is when you start going into people's houses, you take their shit, and you fucking get more supplied. And you're going to be able to live off this for a long time, because, especially like early on in a fucking zombie apocalypse, there's not going to be many people going into each house searching for food, searching for goods. So there's going to be a lot of goods and foods in people's houses. So I can easily, like, now, I'm assuming everyone else is dead except me, by the way. Like, I assume if there's like survivors, then whatever, I'll deal with that as it comes up. But what I'd probably do is wait the 4 days, and then I'd start making my way to my neighbors' houses. Just going simply into my neighbors' houses, taking their food, just filling up with bags and stuff, getting as much food as I possibly can. Because number one, that's really easy because it's like literally, I'd walk out the back door, which is all fenced by the way, so I don't really have to worry about zombies in my backyard. Obviously, I would have my weapon on me at all times. I'd probably have. I really like the idea of having the pole arm with me, but I also have like a smaller knife that I could have on my person. I probably have a pouch for it somewhere. I don't know. Actually, I do have a pouch for it. I have a thing that goes on your belt. So if I wear a belt, I can easily just have it on my belt. And I just have that on me at all times. And jump the fence, go in through that back door, making as little noise as possible. And you obviously check the entire house first. You check the entire house first. You make sure there's no zombies in there. You raid their food. You get as much as you can. You get the fuck back over the fence and inside your house. And that's how you're gonna live. That's how you're gonna live for the rest of your. That's pretty much the rest of your life until you start running out of food in your fucking immediate vicinities. Because you're gonna be able to live off that for a while. But obviously you're gonna gradually start making your way further and further down the block. Further and further down the block, and this is when you're going to start encountering zombies. You know, maybe some people, their house got smashed into, there's zombies in their houses, there's that sort of thing. That's pretty easy to live off, I think, and that's the optimal like zombie plan because it's like, that's assuming nothing really goes horribly wrong with you. But obviously there's situations and scenarios where everything goes horribly wrong. Say for instance that you live with someone. So I lived with someone, and they turned into a zombie. They turned into a zombie. The front door is broken. The back door is broken. I can't stay where I am for whatever reason. I still am kind of not a bad position because all I would do then is quickly pack up a bag of like food and supplies, get my fucking daggers and knives and all that kind of stuff. And once I've done that, I would immediately go out, get in my car. I drive I think the best place I would drive would be to a beach. I have a lot of beaches near me, and a lot of those beaches have bush, and there's not many people there like at any time, any given time. So I think as long as I could make it there, I'd be fine. But the problem is obviously in a zombie apocalypse, there's gonna be people filling up the streets, filling up the roads. It actually probably would be better off if you had like a motorbike or something, especially where I live, because there's a lot of like dirt paths and passageways where you can just simply skip all the roads. But unfortunately, I don't have one. Even a push bike, maybe. I don't know. Oh god, I'm fucking dying here. I am dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm so dead. I'm so dead, Mr. Tank. Oh lord, Pipo. That was really. What is going on? I don't know what that is. It's fucking almost killing me. That was fucking rough business. That was really rough business. I love Manatee, by the way. This is awesome. So I'd go to a bush. I'd live in the bush. And I'd probably just live off what I had. But then the problem comes again, you have to start scouting out. The problem, it's a good thing and it's a bad thing for me because I have no good places to go and sack to live off of. Like, I don't have any supermarkets. Like, I have one that's maybe like 15 minutes away from where I live, 15-minute drive away from where I live, and then the next big town is 30 minutes away, 30-minute drive away. So for me to actually get there, it would take a long time. And not only to get there, it would take a long time, it's on a fucking highway. And there's going to be shitloads of dead people on the highway. That's just going to be a thing. There's so many zombies everywhere on the highway. But that's assuming that I'm a selfish asshole and I'm just counting myself to live. The problem is I have people that I care about, and obviously everyone does. Like my mother, my sisters. Unfortunately for me, again, none of them really live near me. Like no one that I'm close with lives anywhere close to me. And like as soon as the zombie apocalypse hits, they're cut off from me 100%. So I can't. Like you might be looking at me like, why aren't you helping like the people you love? They don't live anywhere near. I would in a zombie apocalypse scenario, I'd have no chance of getting to them in any way whatsoever. They're nowhere near me. I just hope that they were okay, and that's it. I wouldn't be able to find them. And maybe that'd be like my goal eventually, is to make my way up the fucking Australian coast to go. That's pretty much like all my family is just slightly up the coast. So I just make my way up the coast, going to each person's house. But it would take me a long as fuck time because it's about a 6-hour drive on like 100 k's an hour. Like it's fucking long. So I don't know how long. What's a 6-hour drive on highway in walking terms? Like that's a long time, isn't it? It would take me like 4 weeks. Like it might take me a month to walk that far. Like it would take a long fucking time, dude. But then again, I can probably find a bike. I'd want to like. that's the survival. What I'd like to happen, obviously. What I'd love to happen is the kind of I Am Legend scenario. If you've seen the movie I Am Legend, it's not that good. It's an okay movie, but the scenario he has this nice house. You know, it's kind of decked out. He has his workout gym. He has his stuff that he needs and stuff to stay fit. He's got generators for electricity. He has water bottles. What he does on a daily basis is he lives in a city, so he just goes into a building, gets this stuff. But that's not zombies. That's not a zombie scenario. That's like these things that only come out at night. They're not actual zombies that can be around during the day. It's kind of like a zombie vampire thing for some reason. It makes no sense to me. Like the sunlight actually hurts their skin. But that's the same sort of thing I'd like to work towards. Like get cars, get fuel, get generators, get literally everything you can think of to live off, and just use them to like live actually not too bad. And then once you, but the first thing always has to be safety and like the first line of defense. So again, there's just so many places that I would go that I don't know where it would be the best to go, because like there's so many houses where I live where it's just like so many big houses with like this huge fenced area around it, and I feel like an asshole, but I might need to go like take one of those houses, assuming that the people in there have died. I don't like, as fucked up as it sounds, and like in every zombie movie, every zombie show ever, it's always like the zombies aren't that big of a deal. It's the people, because everyone is just fighting to survive, so they fight each other to survive naturally. So the problem is then for me, if there's a zombie apocalypse, I don't want to kill anyone else that's alive. Like that's like, even when everyone's already like doomed and shit, that's not a thing that I want to do. And I fucking hate that these guys didn't. Why did you not pull them behind the pole? Why did you not pull these guys behind the pole? What the fuck's going on here? Jesus Christ. I fucking hate when people do stupid shit. Like, this is, I don't think that was the tank. I think it was one of the DPS decided, I'm gonna go stand out there just near everyone because fucking reasons. Jesus Christ. Do a few kicks. Put down my fucking pole again so I can actually get them, because it's the line of sight. But yeah, I think I'd go take one of those houses. I'd set up for war, almost. Like, you know how you put the pikes in the ground and stuff? Because zombies are stupid as fuck, they would just walk into shit. Like, so you could easily set traps for zombies around the entire perimeter, make a fucking drawbridge, do whatever. Like, you have all the time. Like, this sounds like a lot of work, and it is, but you have all the time in the world. You know, everyone's dead. It's just you. You have literally all the time in the world to achieve this, to get this done, and make sure that you are going to live, you are going to survive. But again, the problem with these houses being that they're in the middle of fucking nowhere. And also, I don't know what you would live off. Like, I assume animals are still alive, and I'd have to end up hunting and stuff like that, which would suck, because I'd probably be terrible at hunting. I mean, I really like animals, so for me to kill an animal would probably be harder than, like, to kill a zombie. Like, definitely, it'd be hard. This guy pops Stampede on a fucking trash mob before a boss fight, and then doesn't even have his Stampede attacking the boss. Jesus Christ. So, again, it's almost like everyone says that you shouldn't be in a main city, which is correct, but you still need to be near something to be able to get food and to live, at least in my opinion. Or live on a fucking farm. If you can find a farm to live on, oh my god, you'd be set up. You would be absolutely set up, because you have the animals there, you have like the dairy, you can make cheeses, you can make stuff like that, and you can have milk, you can do all this shit. You have the nutrients, you can make stuff with this. You know, hopefully you know how to make it already, but you can teach yourself. It wouldn't be too hard. And also, like, you'd have to make your own vegetables, all that kind of things. But this is all the kind of stuff that I'd want to do eventually. Like, this is in the game plan long term. Short term is shit pants, board up the house, make shitloads of weapons, and then fucking get the fuck out. Just get the fuck out of where you are if it's infested. But most likely, honestly, it's probably better to stay where you are. But again, it's hard to say, like, what kind of zombies we're talking about. Because a lot of the times, people are talking about two completely different zombies. They're talking about two completely different, because you have the zombies that are like they are super slow and dumb, and the original zombie, the zombie that I'm thinking of, is like the ones that they're dumb, they're stupid, they're slow, they kind of don't really do much. They just eventually, the reason they're so murderers, and the reason people die to them is just because they're always there. They're always waiting for you to fuck up. There's so many of them, they're all dead. All they need to do is scratch you or bite you once, and you're turning into one of them. That's all they need to do. That's the zombies I'm thinking of. Obviously, there's like World War Z zombies that I'm talking about the movie, by the way, not the book. The books are fantastic. The movie's fucked it up. Where in the movie they're super fast. They're like insects almost, where they're running and jumping and stuff. In that scenario, you're fucked. Like, how can you fight that? How can you fight the only way you could fight that is by staying where you are and trying to stop them from getting at you. But then again, you have to go out for food, and like, man, I couldn't deal with a fucking fast zombie. Like, Jesus Christ. That's because all it has to do is scratch you once. All it has to do is like spit in your mouth, and you're dead. But obviously, the main weapon you have against zombies would be that they are slow. They're stupid. Especially like the sweet ass. Especially since like a lot of times they show them in comics and stuff. It's like you can have a pike, and it'll just walk towards you on the pike. Like, that's how stupid it is. It doesn't feel pain. It just eventually will die if you cut off its head or kill the brain. Anyway, guys, let me know what your zombie plan is in the description here. Sorry for the huge discussion on it. Someone just asked me, I think in my Facebook messages. I have a Twitter, I have a Facebook, and I have Instagram. Talk to me on any of those, and I will reply to you. If I don't reply to you, there's a good chance I'm actually going to use the topic for a video, and that's why I might not reply. I might just reply telling you that, yes, I will use this for a video, and that's why I haven't replied to you, some shit like that. Thanks for watching, guys. Sorry about the lack of leveling videos recently. I'm trying to get back into it, especially with like these healing characters that I wanted to get to 90. Hopefully I'll have some more soon. See you later, guys. Have a good day. I love you. I'll see you next video. Come to your senses, Papa.